on your social media handles, specifically Facebook, YouTube, and of course TikTok. For those of you who are catching the excerpts, this is Wezo TV, and this is how we are following His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the NDC, and his campaign activities in the Upper West region. Just a while ago, where at the Dakama Bisu Issa constituency, where he introduced the parliamentary candidate, and of course with a plea to the people to vote for him, and this time massively explaining why the MPP has failed and why he, John Mahama, has the experience, and it is not the time for Ghanaians to try again, but to get somebody who is committed, trustworthy, and ready to rescue Ghana from where it is today. He cited several examples to justify why the MPP has failed. Where we are now is very significant for politics in Ghana, because the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Bagbin, used to be the Member of Parliament for this constituency. I'm talking about Nadowli Kaleo, and he has been a Member of Parliament for many years until he decided to bow out, and eventually his re-election as the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament today. And Nadowli is the capital, I am told. It is the capital, and I'm told that this is one of the venues where they usually have their campaign activities. And if you look behind me, people are seated waiting patiently for the arrival of John Dramani Mahama. And you notice, if perhaps the cameras are wide enough, the lenses to show you, they are sitting on the bare ground and they don't care. They have been waiting for hours patiently. Elders, opinion leaders, children, future leaders who are going to depend on Ghana's ability to improve on infrastructure, improve on the social lives of the people by way of amenities that will give them access to basic things like health, water, electricity, good roads, which is very significant to the attraction of investment, to the potential construction of industries or factories that will give them jobs, and that will also improve the lives of these very tiny ones who are here to make history, because in future they are going to say John Mahama came here as a candidate, and if he wins and they grow, they will refer to him as somebody they saw personally. As some of us, as we grew, heard our parents say they saw Kwame Nkrumah, and for them that was the motivation that pushed them to move higher. But I have one of the party executives here to help me understand. Nadowli, you told me before I spoke to you to be with me as part of our conversation or engagement before John Mahama enters this particular mini Deba ground. Nadowli Kaleo comes along with Right Honorable SK Bagbin. How significant is this constituency to Upper West politics?
Thank you. A constituency that has produced so far the longest serving member of parliament in history, a constituency that has produced a second deputy speaker of parliament, and a constituency that has produced a speaker of parliament is definitely a constituency to cherish. Having served as the longest member of parliament for this beloved constituency of ours, which is now in the hands of our current member of parliament, the honorable member of parliament, Honorable Antonio Mwenkara Suma, is a constituency that we in this constituency we cherish a lot, not just because we cherish it as a constituency, but because of the significant gains the constituency has chalked under the leadership of our former member of parliament and the current member of parliament, and more significantly the successes the constituency has chalked under the leadership of past presidents on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress.
That is very instructive. And so some will say, so Nadowli Kaleo has produced the longest serving member of parliament, who today you are proud to say is the Speaker of Parliament. Now, what are some of the significant things that have transformed the lifestyle of the people, or by way of infrastructure in this constituency?
The point is, before his coming into office as a member of parliament in 1992, we were just having a dilapidated health center here. By virtue of his hard work, together with the support of the government of His Excellency, the late President Jerry John Rawlings, today we have one of the best district hospitals in town, the Nadowli District Hospital. Before now, we're just last when it comes to electricity connectivity. But I can confidently tell you that the Member of Parliament, who is now the Speaker of Parliament, and with the support of the party in power, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, through to the Mills Mahama regime, and through to the Mills, the Mahama regime, we have been able to extend electricity coverage to significant parts of the constituency. And so when it comes to some of these things, social amenities, particularly water, this is one of the constituencies that used to have record levels of guinea worms, waterborne diseases. By dint of hard work, through the provision of potable drinking clean water, today we can confidently tell you that as soon as the Jerry John Rawlings regime succeeded in eliminating guinea worm in Ghana, this constituency was first to do that. So we have chalked significant social amenities and other health infrastructure in particular. It will interest you to note that the biggest health investment in terms of the number of primary health care facilities being the chief compounds. We recorded that at the time we had His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in office. For 64 chief compounds that were commissioned for the Upper West region, Nadowli Kaleo constituency had the highest record of 18 chief compounds completed and fully operational. So when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to social amenities, this constituency has always benefited from the national cake. Anytime the NDC is in power and anytime we succeed in getting any person representing the National Democratic Congress in Parliament as a member of Parliament.
If you look at the political history of Ghana, we have, and we are talking about since 1992, we have the Mills Rawlings administration, which ran for 8 years, and then we have the Kufuor Aliyu Mahama administration, which equally did 8 years. Then we had the we had the Mills Mahama administration, which also did 8 years, and today we have the Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration, which are completing their 8 years. Now, if you compare the two, would you say significantly that the MPP hasn't done that much to the welfare of the people in this constituency?
The reason why the NPP has no record and cannot win any election in Nadowli Kaleo constituency is always because of their abysmal performance. As we speak, the Kufuor regime failed us, and this current regime is even the worst. From promises of one village, one dam, to one district, one factory, they only have one uncompleted warehouse in Charquan to show, which is having no effect so far as the lives of the people in this constituency is concerned. So when it comes to new patriotic party regimes, this constituency always stagnates in terms of development anytime the NPP is in power. But anytime the NDC is in power, we see day in, day out, life-changing transformation that continue to impact the lives of the people in this constituency. As I enumerated earlier, on your way, there is a particular place called Banko. Unfortunately, you don't know that. John Dramani Mahama mounted a very...
While you are speaking, it's almost like fanfare here, because right in front of me, you see young men and women singing, dancing to the 24-hour song. It is jubilation galore, especially because they have seen the vehicle of John Dramani Mahama move gradually onto the durbar grounds here, and very soon you hear the sounds, the noise, the screaming, the shouting, the waving when he steps out of his vehicle. And that has been the story all over, because it looks as if there's some sense of hope, some sense of some confidence in him as an individual, maybe because of his track record, or Ghanaians haven't had the opportunity, as John Mahama himself said, to compare his regime with Atamils, and then the abysmal performance, as he continues say about the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. So there in your shot you see John Dramani Mahama, who is going. But before I take leave of you, What are your expectations?
We expect nothing but the very good messages that is always resonating. The message of hope, especially for the youth when it comes to job creation. Message of hope for our women who are struggling to carry on their businesses. We expect nothing but hope in terms of the infrastructure development when it comes to Nadowli Kaleo constituency. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is not new when it comes to infrastructure, and that is why we've always referred to him as the infrastructure king. He is so called the nation builder for nothing. It's because of his track record. And we in this constituency, particularly the youth, recognizing that the Baumia-led economic management team has succeeded in causing unemployment to high proportional levels of about 14-15%, that in just one quarter we are talking about 500,000 losing their jobs, and today we are talking about 7.3 million people unable to feed, have one daily burial. That is significant devastation. And so for all of us to have any person in hope that really can
let me end it here, because I'm told you are the master of ceremonies. Yes. So go and then continue your job, and then let me continue here with the live coverage of the mini debate to be addressed shortly by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. As we speak, he's seated, and behind me you can see these old men and women, some I'm sure about 60, 70, 80 years, but there's a young woman maybe in his late 50s. Let me beckon her to come and then speak to me. So but at the same ejuma ben away we are ejuma yate se ejuma ayedin pa dentina ayedin amamu
to diama na ayedin amaya ni se ebeduta me ebedo a eni trata ebedo ya brani e de nsa soso do a enje fertilizer ni e de agu ase enti yesa yedo a enye yie na chese ya boka ya nya hwe
na ekuadwuma no waye no for how many years?
Me feel nkwara brebi papa wo mi nyina akuadwuma na yesa be pem nne
na wo hwa sika wo mu na sa ahode ne ba na be madwan adwumadie na akoso yi ana
ne so wunye sika na de be ya adwuma ne dia adwumadie na akoso na so wanya sika anya adwuma no a obedo esoso wunya hwe wo
na megide se abato a yakwakoto yi what their party for no ka Mahama shebo bi ni ade what bi ana ade mo na what a ama wonya nkranhye se ebia se nyame yadom no odinkunima mo adwumadie no so boa mo abekwani
matisa wo so wo ba no obebie bank bi aboa ye ma na enya timi na yatimi ado na aboa se wudi dwe wo ko bobosi ansi hu bi ani ho na wo susu di aba be ye adwuma na wo di aboa wo ho.
Yo, thank you very much. So I've just been speaking to one of the ordinary citizens who I try to gauge if they are actually following the campaign issues and are confident in what promises have been put before them. And obviously she made it simple because she's a farmer, and she has explained to us how difficult it's been over the past few years because of the high cost of doing business, high cost of farm implements, and then of course fertilizer and other things they use. And she also talked about cultivating the farm and even post-harvest losses. But she's confident that especially with the Women Development Bank, it is possible that they can raise capital, invest in their farms, grow, expand, make more profit, and make lives comfortable. I'll take you to the podium where the program is officially beginning. We'll listen to them, and if they speak their local language, I'll get an interpreter to break it down for you at home to watch. So let's go upstage and listen to what is happening.
Before you are going, bien en songna kariela angere ni bitore. Ezu. Okay. Trabole constituency chairman. Mba chairman Samba Kojo Samba. We are correct the welcome address. Bareka kare to yela na parpare. Yaba goma chewo yela. Yaba goma chewo yela.
nadan ahe te sama ne gbeporen chezo sandana anen at time ne tinda kwie around 3 chadon wazinga this time mbakena ya sage sandana ya baraka ya gaza manning MP po ne MP po dankula bampele agazine timbiche ania nadam pohe te sama na men barka anen bamen time doge anen baba gbibu bamba he che zawra te zawre bamen barka bandi benenche ba kan ya za anta bibilisi ma ne za leader e duty la e tuma bola ti di bibilisi ma amande torba ne anna bandi bibilisi ma ka tarela te biare John Darmane Mahama ya yaga za ambiche kumbamo asemma a ground nga te last rallies tenen speaker and the mantache o manye bole anu ya power mine ambi US awazi nga tinta last rally koi MP so obama apak nga lesiri agate abaka kanyempe apak nga a rally edambala yini ndere on pesi nga zine.
So for those who are watching Wezo TV live, the constituency chairman of the party is making a short presentation before subsequently others will speak. What has he been saying?
Yeah, he's assuring His Excellency John Dramani Mahama that the people of Nadowli Kaleo, he's assuring His Excellency of the support of the good people of Nadowli Kaleo, and he's telling them that come 2025, he's going to be sworn in as the next president of the Republic of Ghana. In this constituency, he's telling His Excellency John Dramani Mahama that in this constituency, the spoiled ballots will be more than the votes the MPP will get in this constituency.
So obviously, he's just assuring him that this constituency is going to increase their votes.
Exactly. This constituency, we are assuring the NDC party, we are assuring His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
That's what he's saying.
And the parliamentary candidate that we are giving them nothing less than 95%. So what the MPP will get to be less than the spoiled ballots, we will get 7th December. Yes. And
so the constituency chairman has just spoken, and then the communications officer has just taken the microphone, and obviously because they want the message to go down well to the ordinary people who vote in this part of the country, they are speaking that language. I'm sure I heard John Mahama. What is he saying?
Yes, he's telling the constituency that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will bring development into the constituency. He's introducing the humble servant, the people's favorite, the constituency choice, the Nkrumah of our time, Honorable Antonin Karasuma, and he's telling us that he is the man we will keep voting for, so that you reach where his father, Honorable Alban Sumarikins, has reached, so that he can bring more development.
So let's listen to him briefly now, and then we'll come back to you. So don't go.
NDC, Adomar, Jam, Oseye, Jam, Oseye, Jamo, barka. Anga chairman an yellana e membora kan yelka empo pelempa ane lambonga anlang awule yelka awule nombo yanta aku a NDC party ane te bana an wache zine
mbanya kuna mangana nya no nga alangana obanya la tendo yala asen.
And so that
te areche beguza achalo kuwa oyara ten wacha omenwa kuwa lanete Nadowli Kaleo palon ya banya do repontimbe te da na yirnga malu agara ni mi do
showing appreciation
kanu mena wa
and
ana
massive
bella
turnout.
kabana na ba mala yiri
Has sold
our belting vote kuba
Mama, and he's telling us that
yaru na balada kama na balada biri na banga school te kwa we leta ni miri
what we are going through now
be polar
that's it. The youths, they don't have work. The women, the young girls, they don't have work, and he's telling them to have the faith in the NDC and the John Dramani Mahama. Yes, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has come to listen to what we are having. Yes, it won't be long. 7th December is just by the corner. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will come and reduce our burden, and we are coming to do it to enjoy the Ghana we used to enjoy. He has done it before. He is not coming to do it to try and error. He is the person who is having the experience. He has built more schools in the constituency. He has extended the national grid to a lot of villages. So from where John Mahama stopped extending the national grid to villages, it has stalled there. Nothing is moving again. So he's telling the people of Nadowli Kaleo that when John Dramani Mahama comes, all the abandoned projects, especially the extension of the national grid to the villages and other communities, will continue. And the people of the MPP party, as you all know, have sent us back. How we were moving, they've sent us back. And that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is coming to take us.
So I hear a lot of people applauding him. Is it that is that popular, or the message is actually sinking down with them?
Both. The message and his popularity in the constituency. If we even ask the people in Nadowli Kaleo, some communities still don't know the other candidates. And myself, when I go around, they ask whether it's our MP alone who is contesting. I used to tell them, I don't even know whether the MPP is having a candidate.
So what else is he saying?
He's telling them what he can get from His Excellency, the developmental projects he can get through His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, so that Nadowli Kaleo constituency will get development. He's telling us that in 7th December, what we will do is we will send the elephants and the MPP party away into the bush. Yes, we are sending the elephant to the bush. By God's grace, every election year.
With not less than 10%.
Yes.
Yes.
This year we will make sure that they don't get up to 10%. And I'm assuring you, Nadowli Kaleo, this year we are giving His Excellency and the parliamentary candidates 95%, nothing less than that. And then we are assuring the NDC and the general public that in Nadowli Kaleo constituency, our spoiled ballots will be more than what the MPP will get here. Yes. What our father, Honorable Abasumani Kingsford Bagbin, has done for the constituency cannot be measured. That is why the people of Nadowli Kaleo have shown much love to the NDC party, and we are not looking backwards.
So for those of you who have just joined us, a member of parliament for Nadowli Kaleo is speaking. And he has raised a number of issues, basically touching on. So let's listen to him now.
To invite you to deliver your message to hope to your people. Yes, overwhelming assurance. Thank you.
For those of you who understand sign language, this is how you do number 8. Number 8 is this. But don't look at number 8 or number 2. All you look for is look for Akatawia. Look for the umbrella. That's all. Yeah? The night is fast spent. I'm not going to speak for long. But on 7th December, we are going to go to elections. And the main issue facing us is who can handle this economy and put Ghana back on its feet. That's all. That's all. You see, there's something the MPP used to say, and they keep repeating it, and they've repeated it until it sunk into the minds of Ghanaians. They always say, we are better managers of the economy. We are better managers of the economy. We are better managers of the economy. And you know, there's something in social psychology. If you continue to repeat a lie over and over and over again, people come to accept it as the truth. But if you compare the economic records of NDC and MPP, it is clear that NDC is a better manager of the economy. Because at any time that NDC has been in office, we've had a more stable economy, we've had a more stable currency, we've had lower inflation, we've had lower cost of food, we've had more stable currency. I mean, just compare the two records. Today, our debt, they took it from 120 billion to 767 billion cedis. And out of that debt, $11.5 billion, not cedis, 11.5 billion, not million, billion dollars was borrowed from Eurobank within a 5-year period. You know what that money could have done? It could have asphalted the road from Kumasi all the way to Hamile. It could have done the railway line from Takrade to Kumasi to Hamile. That money could have built all the schools in this country. That money could have done all the roads in this country. With that money, we could have provided every community in this country with electricity. With that money, every Ghanaian would have had access to clean drinking water. And the question you ask is, what did they do with the money? What did they do with the money? Just squandered it. And the pity is that none of those people who borrowed that money are the ones going to pay the money. You know who is going to pay? You know who is going to pay? It's you, the young people of today. You still have 50, 60 years to live. Some of that money is payable in 50 years' time. You are going to stay alive and continue to pay that money. And so when people have done such harm to an economy, when people have inflicted such pain on their people, when people have looted their country dry, when people have imposed hardship on their citizens, you don't reward them by voting for them in an election. Any person who votes for MPP in this election is voting for impunity, encouraging them to do what they have done to the citizens, the pain they have inflicted on the citizens. What you are saying is you don't find anything wrong with it. You vote for MPP because you don't see anything wrong with how they've mismanaged this economy. You know, the best message that Ghanaians can send not only to the MPP but to the rest of the world is that they have done enough damage and it's time for them to go into opposition and go and reflect on the damage that they have done to this country. I've been president before. I have colleagues who are ex-presidents and some who are still president. And anytime I go to an international engagement, all of them are shocked at Ghana. And they ask me, Ghana, what happened to you people? Because we were held up as the model of democracy, as the model of economic management. Countries used to come to us to come and learn about our local government system, come and learn about how we are managing our economy. So they ask, why? What happened, Ghana? And I just say, some two people, Akufo-Addo and his Baumia came. And this is the effect. You see, and the point is, they try to treat us as kids when they say, oh, it is because of COVID. Everything was okay till COVID. Or they say, oh, everything was okay till Russia, Ukraine. You see, there's something that every leadership must do. You must know that crisis will happen in this world. Ukraine is not the last crisis. COVID is not the last crisis. Another crisis will come. Today as I talk, Israel is fighting Lebanon. Iran is threatening to come in, Gaza and all that. There could be a conflict in the Middle East. And there's a conflict in the Middle East, a crisis will happen in the world. And so what you do is you must build the resilience of your economy. And that is what NDC was doing. They came and all the buffers that we had built, the stabilization fund, the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, the sinking fund, every energy sector levy act, everything they collateralized and spent everything. And so when COVID came, what did you expect to happen? We all went into COVID. Côte d'Ivoire went into COVID, didn't they? What is Côte d'Ivoire's inflation rate? It's 5%. And yet Ghana's inflation rate is 22%. Côte d'Ivoire went through COVID, didn't they? Russia-Ukraine war, are they fighting it in Ghana? It's being fought in Europe. And yet, Ukraine, that is at war, its economy is doing better than Ghana's economy. You see, and the thing is, they never know how to tell the truth. Tell Ghanaians the truth. That we were not able to do what we said we would do. And so you must apologize to the Ghanaian people and beg them to give you another chance. But they are too proud to do that. They got the finance minister to do it. Anta. But he's not the one. He is not responsible. The people who are responsible for the mess of this economy are Akufo-Addo, Baumia, Ken Ofori-Atta, and the whole economic management team. One of the main reasons that was given for bringing the vice president as running mate to Akufo-Addo was that he was going to handle the economy. So today if the economy is in a mess, take responsibility for it. And yet running away from economy into digitalization, electric cars, digitalize this. Why don't farmers have fertilizer? Digitalization. Why don't we have medicine in our hospitals? Digitalization. The major responsibility of any government is first and foremost to put food on the table for its people. Then you must make sure that your nation is healthy. Then you must make sure that your children are getting a quality education. You must make sure that your people are able to travel around the country in comfort. You must make sure that they have shelter to lay their heads. Those are the responsibilities of a government. And you can only do it if you fix the economy. And NDC is going to come and fix the economy. So, I know a lot of young people are losing hope. A lot of young people say, look, we don't see any future in this country. And I can understand you. After what has happened these last 8 years, you are justified to lose hope in your country. But I stand here as the former president of Ghana and the incoming president of Ghana to appeal to all the young people of this country. You are my children, because many of you are the same ages as my sons. And I appeal to you not to lose hope in this country. This country will rise up again. Ghana will stand on its feet again. It is true that I've done one term already. I have just one term to go. But one term under a good leader is worth more than 10 terms under a poor leader. And that is why I use the word reset. I'm going to do a reset of the Ghanaian economy. I'm going to do a reset of our governance. I'm going to do a reset of our attitudes, so that we can hope again, so that we can look to the future with confidence again. And after I finish my work, the next generation will take over and continue with what we have done. And so I appeal to you, my children, the youth of this country, don't lose hope. This country can be better, and we're going to make it better. And we'll hand it over to you, and you will take it to the next level. Ghana has the potential. It's not going to change overnight. Nowhere changes overnight. America did not become America with one clap of thunder. Europe did not become Europe with one instant abracadabra. It took work, it took time, it took dedication. And so what I promise you as president is that hard work and dedication. And most of all, it is honesty and truth. I will not lie to you. I will not tell you what I can do. If things are difficult, I'll tell you. If things are good, I will tell you. And that is the first principle of leadership. Because if you are open and transparent to the people, then they understand what is going on. And so I've said that in the first 100 days, when I come into office, I'll hold a national economic dialogue. And we're going to invite our chiefs, organized labor, our nurses, our doctors, our teachers, our economic experts, our religious leaders, civil society organizations, everybody. And we're going to open the economic books to you. We'll tell you what the state of the economy is. And we will call everybody to come on board so that we can work and build our country up again. That is a promise I make to you. Our first priority is to stabilize the economy. Our first priority is to stabilize our currency, so that the economy can stop deteriorating, because the economy is responsible for everything. If you have a failing economy, it will affect education. If you have a failing economy, it will affect healthcare. If you have a failing economy, it will affect the quality of your roads. And so, I promise you, we're going to work together to make things better. I know you have issues here. We were extending electricity to several communities, especially in the western part of the constituency. After we left, those constituencies have been left in darkness. I can assure you that when we come, we're going to prioritize rural electrification again, so that we can extend electricity to more communities. Because electricity is life, and it transforms the lives of people. Once electricity comes into a community, people are able to set up small businesses. So I can assure you that that will happen. I just want to talk about one thing. Gold is everywhere in this country, and so mining is taking place. In your constituency, you have a mine that is coming up, which I hear is Azuma Resources. Our policy is that we're going to encourage the mines. That when you set up a mine, you must take local people, young people, and train them so that they work in your mine. It is in the interest of the mining companies themselves that the young people and the community have a stake in what is happening in your mine. If you are doing a mining operation and the young people of the community are earning income from there, they are looking after their parents, they are able to bring money into the community, you would be at peace with yourself. But if you open a mine and you say, no, I'm looking for only trained people, you go to Obuasi, Takwa, and go and bring people to come and work, and you cut the community away, then you will have trouble. And so it's not only Azuma Resources I'm talking about all mining companies. We would have a policy to make sure that they take local youth, train them, and employ them in the mines so that they can also have an income. We have a sustainable policy on small-scale mining, because while you have the big mines operating, we also have to make sure that our small-scale mining is sustainable. And so we have a whole new policy on small-scale mining, so that those who are not employed by the big mining companies would be able to do mining in a sustainable manner that does not denigrate the environment. So time is fast spent. I want to thank you for waiting for us. If I look at the crowd here, this is day one of Upper West Region campaign. I want to say that Nadowli Kaleo is number one. You have I see more people here than anywhere we've gone so far. And I like your vim. And so I just want to introduce my younger brother. I'm sure you've heard a lot of the initiatives we're introducing. That includes no academic fees for first year. If you go to nursing training, teachers training, university, agri-college, first year, no academic fees. You won't pay anything. Teachers, we're going to guarantee, we'll help you to take loans, government will guarantee, we'll deduct from your salary little by little. If you want to buy a motorcycle, you want to buy a small car for yourself, we would help you to get it, and we'll deduct it from your salary little by little until you pay for it. We're going to introduce a housing scheme for public sector workers and other workers who have a 15-year to 20-year life ahead of them. And so if you have 15 years, 20 years to retire, you can choose the house you want. It will normally be a small 2-bedroom house. And you show where you want us to build it. And then we'll build it, we'll deduct it from your salary over 15 to 20 years. The house will be in cedis. It's not going to be in dollars. And so by the time you go on retirement, you have your own house to go and live in. We don't want you to retire and go to your family house and go and be quarreling with your relatives and say, this was my grandfather's room. No, you must have a place to retire and go and stay yourself. And then for the young people, every year we want to select 10,000 of you and show us what you want to do. We want you to be a business owner rather than be an employee. So whatever you want to do, if you want to establish a bakery, we will help you with the ovens and the equipment for the bakery. We will give you the flour. We'll give you the things you need to establish the bakery and give you a little working capital. And then you can start baking bread, meat pie, and all those other things. But we're not going to leave you like that. Every 3 months, somebody will come and visit you and see how you're doing. We'll do that for 5 years before we leave you on your own to manage your business. If you want to establish a poultry, we will give you the poultry houses. We'll give you the chickens, day-old chicks. We'll give you the feed. We'll give you your working capital. We will visit you every 3 months for 5 years. Make sure your poultry farm is up and running before we leave you. Under the 24-hour economy, we need more security men. So we anticipate that over the next 4 years, we will employ 25,000 policemen and women. But we want our police service and our security services, the military, to represent the face of our nation. So we want the Garis there, we want Wallace, we want Gunjas, we want Ewes, we want Fantis, we want Gas, we want Zambremes, we want everybody to be part of the police service. So when we're recruiting, we're going to give quotas to regions. And we're going to come region by region so that everybody has an opportunity to be part of the police service. And so, to wrap up, I just introduced my younger brother who's standing for the parliamentary election. When you get the ballot paper, you'll be given the presidential ballot first, and after that you'll be given the parliamentary ballot. I am number 8 on the presidential ballot. There are 13 of us, and he is number 2 on the parliamentary ballot. But please forget about the number. Don't look for the number. Don't count. All you look for is look for the Akatawia. Whether it's the parliamentary ballot, you look for the Akatawia, you put your thumbprint there. If it's the presidential ballot, you look for Akatawia, you put your thumbprint there. That's all, and you've done your work. And so he is standing for parliamentary, I'm standing for presidential. And so when you vote for me, JM, and I know that this constituency is a safe constituency for us, I want to pay my respects to our Honorable Speaker, Alban Bagbin. He has made Nadowli Kaleo very proud. And he's a proud son of Ghana. I am happy that he's a colleague of mine. I served in Parliament with him, and we've been colleagues and friends since then. And so I give a shout out to our Honorable Speaker, who is number 3 in Ghana. Number 3 is a very important position. As I stand here, I don't have any number. I'm number 0. So I give him a shout out. And so finally I want to raise the hand of my younger brother, traditionally, to show to all of you as witnesses that he is our candidate for NDC in the Nadowli Kaleo constituency. So when you vote for JM, remember to vote for Honorable Anthony Menkara Suma.
So John Mahama has done the ritual again here in Nadowli Kaleo constituency, and Anthony Sima.
He has a very appropriate name.
We understand that the
God is looking
massively.
So when you go into the ballot box,
so
God is looking at where you are going to put your thumbprint. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
They are going to get about 95% of the votes. From here, we are going to the Wa Central constituency. That's Shira. And that's where John Mahama's campaign train will be again, and we'll be there to tell you how that story will be like.